Alright guys, welcome back to FFS Daily. Today we have some more news to divulge into. Let's get straight into it. Now the first bit of news comes from a Premier League club securing one of their star players for a new contract, and that person is Wilfried Zaha. He has signed a new 5-year contract with Crystal Palace. Now, he was linked with the move with Spurs and Chelsea in the summer transfer window, but he has silenced that and he is happy to stay at the Eagles until the end of the 2022 to 2023 season. So, yeah, obviously an ex-Man United reject in Zaha. The last player that Sir Alex Ferguson actually ever signed was Wilfried Zaha. Obviously didn't make it at Man United, and last season was a really, really great, phenomenal player for Crystal Palace in their survival. And obviously they've started well this year, beating Fulham. So yeah, that's the first bit of news we've got there. Next then we have is a little bit of controversy in the form of Sergio Ramos. Real Madrid captain has told Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp, "Some of us have been operating at a very high level for many years. I'm not sure he can say the same." Klopp was in the past critical of Ramos after Real's Champions League win for a specific challenge on Mo Salah that many Liverpool fans believe was the reason why they lost the Champions League final. So yeah, he basically came out and said that Ramos was brutal. So yeah, Ramos hit back, and as I said, some of us have been operating at a very high level for many years, but he can't say the same. Although I would hit back at that and I would say Jurgen Klopp is a top manager, and he has been at the top level, but he just hasn't had that bit of luck. This season, I think he will. The next bit of news we have is up in Scotland, and it's regarding Celtic. Now, yesterday they were knocked out of the Champions League to AEK Athens. They actually lost 2-1 at away, but then losing 3-2 on aggregate after a draw in Glasgow. But they have been knocked out, and they will now go in towards the Europa League. The only difference that's going to be a problem for Celtic is financial. Getting into the group stage would have given 13 million, although getting into the group stage of the Europa will only be 3.5 million. So they're going to be losing out on 10 million, which you can say is probably, a player, for instance, to purchase. So it's a lot of money there, and a bit of a shame. Celtic manager Brendan Rodgers, though, has come out and basically said that this is what you get after not signing your top transfer targets. That obviously he was after. The board didn't get them in. So yeah, he's basically been quite critical, really, of the board there in that. So yeah, there we go. The next bit of news we have is an injury, and it is to Manchester City's Kevin De Bruyne. He has had a injury on his right knee in training, yeah, they're not sure the extent of the injury, although I have seen on my Premier League fantasy football app that he has got 25% chance of playing in the next game in the Premier League. Obviously, he hasn't played this season, so yeah, he will potentially miss the next game against Huddersfield, and then they play Wolves and Newcastle. So we could miss all of them, but we'll have to wait and see. Obviously they will be doing tests, so I imagine tomorrow we might hear how long he's out for. But obviously I think a lot of Premier League clubs will be happy about this in the sense of Manchester City losing one of their star players. But they have got the depth there. They proved that. I mean, look at their bench. Their bench against Arsenal had Kevin De Bruyne on it, Gabriel Jesus, and there was another start midfielder on there. Can't remember the other one. Sane. That was it. Leroy Sane. And they were on the bench. They had players like Sterling on and Mahrez and Aguero. So yeah, that's the depth Manchester City are dealing with this year. So I'm sure they ain't going to miss out. The final bit of news today, and the top news of the day, is the fact that Atletico Madrid have beaten Real Madrid in the UEFA Super Cup. They have won 4-2 after extra time. I did watch the first hour of the game, and it was an absolutely phenomenal game. And yeah, they straight from the off, Diego Costa's goal was absolutely fantastic. I then did see Benzema's goal, which was great. Then Ramos got a penalty, and then Diego Costa hit back to make it 2-2. and then in extra time, Saul and Koke getting 2 goals to make it 4-2. So yeah, in my opinion, I think Gareth Bale played very, very well for Real Madrid. I think Isco played very well, but I do feel that they are missing that Cristiano Ronaldo in their team, and it's quite difficult to watch, really. They're missing that playmaker, but they've got to pick up their socks, really, Real Madrid, because this season could be tough for them. You know, I don't want to say they're a one-man team, but they very much were. But there you go. There's today's news, though, guys. Thank you so much for watching FFS Daily, and stay tuned for tomorrow for another episode. I'll see you then.